The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rodgers to throw once more. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well. And he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that. And it really cares if anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now Rodgers to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked up the pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point off and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Play action now. Cousins out to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Cook.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
It's Cousins on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kirk Cousins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's thrown. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Rasul Douglas picks him. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. An inside give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Rager. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to show it. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. Joseph's got it. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Cook. Yeah, he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Never thought about it when he set up the screen. He didn't want to throw it too early. The defense will run too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you just hold a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon, but the defense on him quickly at the 6-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride. With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. It's complete. Lazard, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. On a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 11. 43 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the